Ryan. Tim Buckley has the night off, and he is missing out on getting to explain exactly what happened with this system. And it was not a total bust overall. It just wasn't as impactful as what we expected. And if you've lived here long enough, you know it is very difficult to get snow here in the Piedmont Triad. We really need the perfect setup. And let me describe what that looks like. We need high pressure right about here between New England and the Great Lakes. Positioning matters because what this high pressure does, that clockwise circulation, is going to bring down that cold air from the north. If it moves too far out to the west, then what happens is it doesn't pick up enough moisture off of the Gulf of Mexico, and the snow has a tendency to dry up, evaporate before it hits the ground. Too far off to the east, it's just not quite cold enough. So our setup here was good. This is what we need. The challenge is we need this cold air to be locked in place before the moisture gets here. And typically what we need is that moisture to come up from the south, from the Gulf, then it has plenty of moisture. It doesn't evaporate when it hits that cold, drier air. And that mixture is what causes that winter weather here in North Carolina. The reason why our scenario did not work out is the cold air was not in place before all the moisture got here. And this is the perfect way to show you exactly what happened. This is where the rain started, and it was rain because temperatures 36 degrees. We know the freezing point's 32. This is too warm. So we did have some mixing because it was colder up higher in the atmosphere. So we did have some mixing. I saw reports of sleet in Winston-Salem and in Greensboro, and up towards the Virginia border, we had more of that snow mixing in, but this wasn't an impactful. We didn't see accumulation. So I backed the radar up 18 hours so we can see the beginning of the system, because here at the end you can see all that rain is gone and temperatures have dropped. But at the beginning of the system, temperatures again were just too warm. You can see that rain snow line right here along I-40. So north of I-40 we did see more in the way of mixing and accumulation, but further down to the south. Now up in Virginia, here's the Virginia line right here. North Carolina is below it. This was a system further up to the north, but we were just too warm, and the whole system also transitioned a little bit more to the north, taking that colder air with it. So we did not see a lot of wintry precipitation here in the Piedmont Triad. It was there, it just didn't cause the problems that we thought that it might. And it wasn't a ton of rain with the system because we had some dry air mixing as well. So Winston-Salem only saw 1/10 of an inch of rain, 2/10 down in Lexington, 0.18 inches over in Asheboro, and about the same over in Greensboro. So we start off with the clouds. There's the rain. We saw that. And then the fog really built in. Temperatures today only made it officially up to 41, but we're definitely colder now than where we were in the overnight hours. Right now in Greensboro it's 31 degrees, and look at all that fog across the Piedmont Triad. We have definitely seen visibility concerns along I-40 this evening. Temperatures below freezing right along I-40 and points up to the north, right at or slightly above freezing down to the south. So black ice is a concern where some of those areas have dropped below freezing, and there's still moisture on the roadways. Down in downtown Mebane, Christmas parade starts at 7 o'clock. Temperatures will be dropping slightly below freezing towards the end, which makes me a little concerned again for that patchy black ice as people are going home from the event. Temperatures in the overnight hours, they're going to hover right above freezing, so not a big change with temperatures as those clouds really are locked into place. So let's look at what is going on for the weekend. We're going to keep the clouds in here for tomorrow. So it will be dry, it will be chilly, but definitely not as cold as what we saw today. Sunday, though, a slightly different story. There's a front down to our south. Moisture is going to ride along the front. We're going to stay dry, and in fact we're going to see some breaks in the clouds, so we'll actually see some sunshine coming our way on Sunday, and temperatures slightly warmer than what we're going to see on Saturday. So for tomorrow we're going to start off with temperatures at or barely above freezing. Will slowly warm up, so the Greensboro parade will be dry, and temperatures by the afternoon will only make it into the mid 40s. So speaking of the holiday parade, starts at noon downtown Greensboro. A lot of us here at WFMY News 2 will be there. I will be there, and I hope you will be too. But it's going to be cold, so you need to bundle up. We're already talking about what we're going to wear during this event. So temperatures, though, will be in the low 40s, slowly warming up. We don't have to worry about rain, but we're going to be socked in with those clouds. So the rain that we saw today, while it did cause disruptions with work and school, we still need the rain. Take a look at the drought status. Almost the entire area is in that level 1 drought status with that more beige color. The lighter yellows are in that D0. So what rain we got today luckily did not cause traffic problems, but we need any rain that we can get. Take a look at your weekend forecast. Coming up for Saturday, we're looking at 45 degrees in the afternoon and a good bit of clouds, but it is going to be dry. For Sunday, starting off cold, look at that, 29 degrees in the morning, some sunshine in the afternoon, and temperatures making up to 49 by the afternoon. So still much cooler than where we should be for this time of the year. But we are keeping our eye on Monday. We have another one of these iffy scenarios. And I do want to caution, just like this one, as we led up to it, we were like, don't know if it's going to happen. Not all the pieces are coming together. It was not the perfect system. This is another one of those. We'll watch it. We'll keep you updated, but we're not making major plans based on what we're seeing. So taking a look at the models, European model has been a little bit colder, seeing a little bit more of that wintry precipitation mixing in. GFS starting to catch up to that, so there's still disagreement in the models. We'll keep over the weekend. Claire and Alex will be here. They'll let you know as the models develop, as they update, what trends are we starting to see. Speaking of trends, let's take a look out. Look at this, December 11th through the 15th. Temperature-wise, we actually might be cooler than average. But rainfall, if you're a snow lover, this isn't looking good because it looks like we're going to be drier than average. So while it'll be cold, doesn't look like we'll see much in the way of precipitation. Overnight tonight, please be careful for black ice if you're doing any driving. 32 degrees, and if the temperature drops below freezing, we could see some slick spots overnight. For tomorrow, mostly cloudy and cool. 45 degrees is your high temperature. Look at the next 7 days. Keep in mind our average high is 54. We will be below that the entire 7-day forecast. So the weekend is looking dry but cool. Mid-40s on Saturday, upper 40s on Sunday. Monday is that question mark with the only high of 38. 42 on Tuesday and 50s for Wednesday in the second half of the week.